Good morning. Maida Coleman is here.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Kenny, sir.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Beautiful day today.
It's clear, but it's a little chilly. Thought we were done with this.
It's got to stick around for a little bit. Come on, spring.
Holzman's here.
Good morning, Commissioner. My wife and I were talking about this weekend. You hear people in more temperate climates talk about missing seasons, and I'm not sure I would be one of those people.
Yeah, you would.
They say March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb, but this year it came in like a lamb and out like a lamb.
Commissioner Holzman, I'm not sure I would, because I would, if I longed for it, I would travel somewhere where it was cold for about a week, and then I'd be like, I'm good, and then I'd go back.
Roop's here.
Yeah, the changing seasons, though, set biological clocks and let your bones know when you're aging.
Well, they don't need to know that. They need to stop anyway. Stop that. Good morning, Commissioner Roop. We're all here, so at 10:15 we will go.
Excellent. Thank you. Good morning, all.
All right, it is 10:15 and all commissioners are in attendance, so we will call the March 31st agenda meeting to order. Due to COVID-19, we will continue conducting agendas via the WebEx conferencing for the foreseeable future, so I ask those participating on the call, please mute your phone unless you need to speak. First order of business is to approve the minutes from March 24th agenda. You all have seen those. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes from March 24th, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Those minutes are approved 5-0. Pretty simple today. We have 6 tariffs and new orders and 1 brief case discussion, which is really just an update on the case. So first up is file number GO 2021-0126. This is in the matter of the application of Spire Missouri Inc., DBA Spire, for approval to establish an on-bill financing program and cost recovery mechanism. This order just sets a procedural schedule in the case. We have a 1-day evidentiary hearing set for June 17th to be conducted via WebEx. So I recommend we support this order as drafted version 1. Commissioner Kinney.
I'm in support as well.
Commissioner Roop.
I am in support and looking forward to the hearing.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number SA 2021-0074. This is in the matter of Missouri American Water Company for certificates of convenience and necessity, authorizing it to install, own, acquire, construct, operate, control, manage, and maintain sewer systems in and around the city of Trimble, Missouri. So the commission previously issued an order granting Missouri American's request for a CCN and directed the company to file new tariff sheets for the expanded service territory. Missouri American then filed tariff sheets and requested expedited treatment so that the tariff sheets could go into effect on April 9th, which is the date the company is expected to close on the transfer with the city of Trimble and Centennial Acres. On March 25th, the company submitted substituted its tariff sheets. Staff reviewed the substitute tariff sheets and recommended that they be approved. No other responses were received. So this order grants the request for expedited treatment and authorizes the tariff sheets to go into effect on April 9th. So I recommend we support this version 2. Commissioner Kinney.
I support the order.
Commissioner Roop.
I am supporting the order as well.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving this order as drafted version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number GC 2021-0135. This is Miss Nelson, complainant, v. Spire Missouri Inc., DBA Spire as the respondent. This order just sets a procedural schedule with a June 4th evidentiary hearing to be conducted via WebEx. I recommend we support this order as drafted version 1. Commissioner Kinney?
I support the order.
Commissioner Roop?
I support it as well.
Commissioner Coleman?
I'm in support.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving this order as drafted version 1, say aye.
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 That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number GE 2020-0373. This is in the matter of the request of Spire Missouri Inc., DBA Spire, for a temporary waiver from Commission Rules 20 CSR 4240-40.030, sub 9 sub Q, sub 13 sub M, sub 15 sub C, sub 15 sub D, and sub 15 sub E, and orders pertaining to inspections and replacements. So earlier this month, the Commission issued an order extending the temporary waiver of some of the Commission's regulations as requested by Spire. These were waivers of certain safety inspections of residential facilities due to COVID, and they had a May 2nd effective date in order to provide at least 60 days notice to PHMSA. On March 25th, staff filed a notice that PHMSA was notified of the temporary waiver and that PHMSA indicated that it did not object to the waiver extension. Spire has since then filed a motion requesting the Commission modify our March 3rd order to have an earlier effective date, since the point of that original order was to provide PHMSA sufficient time to object. Staff has indicated they don't oppose Spire's motion to modify the effective date, and no other responses were received. So this order grants Spire's motion. However, to allow 10 days for the effective date of this order, the effective date of the March 3rd Commission order is changed from May 2nd to April 10th of 2021. So I recommend we support this order version 2. Commissioner Kinney.
I support the order.
Commissioner Roop.
I support the order as well.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number EO 2021-0163. This is in the matter of the application of Blodgett Paintball and Fun Factory, LLC, for a change of electric supplier to Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren, Missouri, from SEMO Electric Cooperative. This order just sets a procedural schedule with a June 10th hearing via WebEx. I recommend we support this order version 2. Commissioner Kinney.
I support the order.
Commissioner Roop.
As do I.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Final order today, file number DA 2021-0258. This is in the matter of the application of Yondu Broadband LLC for designation as an eligible telecommunications carrier in the state of Missouri. So Yondu Broadband is seeking ETC designation due to it being awarded federal Rural Digital Opportunity Fund support to be used for broadband expansion in rural areas. The company is requesting ETC designation with certain census blocks to coincide with the federal award. Staff reviewed the application, recommended that the request be approved, and no other responses were received. So this order grants the ETC designation, and I recommend we support version 1. Commissioner Kinney.
I support the order.
Commissioner Roop.
As do I.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. So that concludes reports and orders today. We do have one brief other discussion in file number SA 2021-0017. This is Missouri American Water Company's application for a CCN around Hallsville, Missouri. Judge Jacobs.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I've prepared a pre-hearing memo for the commission in regard to Missouri American's application. As you said, this concerns the Hallsville, Missouri sewer system. Missouri American is seeking a certificate of convenience and necessity for that system. Boone County Regional Sewer District intervened in the case. The case is scheduled for hearing to begin at 8:15 on Thursday, April 8th, and 9 witnesses have filed testimony in the case. If any commissioners have any questions for me, I am available to you. Thank you.
All righty, thank you, Judge. Are there any questions for the judge at this time?
Mr. Chairman, I have a question.
Yes, Commissioner Holzman.
Thank you, Judge. So my understanding is that Booneville may have a higher priority in terms of its district level, and that's why they're intervening. Getting a little more clarification.
So Boone County Regional Sewer District has filed pleadings indicating that they're a level 2 continuing authority under Missouri's clean water regulations. And the commission previously granted the sewer district their application to intervene in the case. And my understanding, based on the pleadings, is that Missouri American is a level 3 continuing authority under Missouri's regulations.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, any other questions for the judge at this time? All right, hearing none, thank you, Judge. That concludes other discussion. That only leaves us with scheduling, so we will turn to that. Tuesday, April 6th, there's a PURPA informational workshop in EW 2021-0077. The working case is regarding the Commission's rule governing cogeneration. That will be via WebEx at 9 a.m. and also streamed on the PSC's website. Wednesday, April 7th, we have agenda at 10:15 a.m. Thursday, April 8th, we have an evidentiary hearing in SA 2021-0017. This is Missouri American Water's application for a CCN in and around Hallsville, Missouri, as we just heard. That will be via WebEx at 8:15 a.m. with Judge Jacobs. Tuesday, April 13th through Wednesday, April 14th, we have an evidentiary hearing in ET 2021-0082. This is Ameren's application for approval of its surge protection program. That will be via WebEx at 9 a.m. with Judge Pridgeon. Wednesday, April 14th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. Wednesday, April 21st, agenda at noon due to a hearing, and a presentation from MISO will be during that agenda meeting. Wednesday, April 21st through Thursday, April 22nd is that evidentiary hearing I just mentioned in EO 2020-0227. This is the MIA prudence review of Evergy's Cycle 2 energy efficiency programs. That will be via WebEx at 9 a.m. with Judge Hatcher. Wednesday, April 28th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. And Friday, April 30th, an evidentiary hearing in EC 2020-0252. This is Barbara Edwards v. Evergy, Missouri West. That will be via WebEx at 8:15 a.m. with Judge Jacobs. That gets us out through April 30th. Are there any questions, comments, or requests regarding scheduling through the end of April? All right, hearing none, with no other business coming before the body, that concludes our business today, and we will stand adjourned. Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr.
Chairman.
Chairman.